There's a there's a movie in the East, horror movie, kind of existential horror movie with Tim Robbins called Jacob's Ladder. And it's about this guy, I think he's in midlife, and he starts seeing demons, right? And he starts freaking out. They have tails, and he's going crazy, or is he on meds or something? And he goes to see his chiropractor, Danny Aiello, and he's cracking his back, and he tells him all this stuff. It's like his therapist, right? And Danielle Aiello says something like, and I remember hearing this as an 18-year-old, and I had this like premonition of like, this is important. Pay attention to watch that scene again, rewind, He says, maybe they're not demons. Maybe they just appear like demons because you're fighting them and running away from them. Maybe they're angels trying to help you. And I don't even remember how the movie ends, but that really stuck with me. Whatever you resist persists and gets louder. I also somehow, when I was around 18 or 19, I was very depressed and very dark. And I'd say near suicidal almost at that stage. But I went to some event and I picked up a sheet of paper on the ground and I didn't understand it. I rolled it up, I took it home, and I put it on my wall for 5 years. And it was a Sufi quote. I didn't even know what Sufis were. And it said, "Dear beloved, dear Lord, allow my heart to be broken 1,000 times so that I may begin to understand love." As an 18-year-old, I was pretty, poetic and emotional and dramatic. But I looked at that and I just stared at that sometimes. I did not understand until like 20 years later as a man in midlife. I'm like, that quote explains everything to me. My heart has become hard and calcified and protective, and it needs to crack to actually work, to pump, to to experience everything that life has to offer, to transform negative emotions into positive emotions, to love, to be loved. It needs to stretch, it needs to grow, it needs new experience, it needs to have empathy and compassion. That has to happen. And the more I resist it, the more it feels like a violent crack.